Biology is the study of life, and at the University of Central Oklahoma, there is a wide diversity of different areas that you can study here. My name is Meredith Clement, and I received my undergraduate degree in biology here at the University of Central Oklahoma. I'm back at the University of Central Oklahoma and in the College of Math and Science, a graduate student here in the biology department at UCO.
We have reactants over here, and then what is over here?
I also work as an instructor for the general biology for non-majors. I really like teaching the class because you get to interact with the students. I like it when their faces, they light up and they really catch on to something exciting. And biology can be a scary subject. It's a ton of information to learn, but the laboratory helps you kind of connect the concepts to why they're really important. The College of Math and Science really encourages the transformative learning process. It's something that everybody here is really proud of. And for me, I think one of the big opportunities in transformative learning happened while I was traveling abroad doing research. We traveled to Greece and Turkey. We are doing research on honeybees there. We wanted to compare honeybees here in the United States, which is an invasive species, to honeybees in the Mediterranean where they're actually native. My professor in particular does research involving entomology, it's insects, and we study honeybees and pollination and how they interact with the environment and their importance to our agricultural crops.
Just get over there and get your rope off the back.
There are so many opportunities to do research here at Central. Everything from field research, where you're out working with a particular organism or comparing different species, to working in the laboratory. We have professors that do research on turtles and bats, and we have professors that do research in the medical field on wound healing. The opportunities for research start as an undergraduate here at Central.
After I added the 20 microliters, I'm working with Dupuytren's fibroblasts, which is a connective tissue disorder of the palms of the hands, and we're studying the cells within the connective tissue to see how they move, and what makes them different from other cells. I love science because I like to know how things work. I've always loved the physiology behind your body or how different structures in your body work. My name is Miriam Noon, and I'm a biology major at the University of Central Oklahoma. I grew up in Oklahoma City. I moved here from Mexico when I was 5. I attended Northwest Classen High School in Oklahoma City. I graduated as one of the valedictorians for my senior class. The ones that look like a blob are probably the lymphocytes. I'm a student in the mornings. The weekdays, I'm here or I'm in the lab. As a research assistant, I'm in the classroom. And in the evenings, I'm a mother.
What is that?
Dinosaur. I'm the mother of 2 young boys, both under the age of 5. I'm part of Central because of the affordability, Their tuition's very reasonable. The location was my primary concern when choosing a university. When you get here, you also realize, the sort of the hidden gem that is, the science facility, the science department. The professors are very passionate about what they teach. And I think that's great, to be able to be motivated about something, to be motivated about a subject, and to find that the professor that's teaching you is motivated also makes you want to learn that much more. For me, getting a college degree was a goal I set very early in life. With both of my parents, not having graduated high school, I wanted to not only graduate high school, I wanted to go that extra step. Earning a degree at Central will help me get to my next goal, which is medical school. It'll be a lot easier to attain because I graduated from Central, because we're such a respected college. We have such a respected science department. When my children grow up, they're going to say, my mother, went to college. My mom was, the mother of a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and, she went to college, and she did it.
My name is Chi Kanyumbu. I'm a senior at the University of Central Oklahoma. I was born in Zimbabwe, and I'm the youngest of 6 children. My brother came in '98, and he made his base here in Oklahoma, and he also went to UCO. And then after that, we pretty much followed him one by one. I'm a chemistry ACS major. ACS is just the American Chemical Society, so it means with my degree, I'm certified. If I go with my ACS degree, I have a better outlook and better options. I don't necessarily have to stick to chemistry. It can also kind of float over and tie in into forensic science. I love my professors, especially in the chemistry department. To them, it was almost as if I was family. They invested in you. You're not just a college ID number to them. One professor that I really do enjoy and admire is Dr. Meyer. He's an organic chemistry professor. He's actually a product of UCO.
I had a student from an instrumental lab come in the other day and ask me and go, are you the TA? Other professors laugh about it too, which is why they recommend that I wear the ties, so they can differentiate the student from the professor. I'm Dr. Stephen Meyer, and I teach organic chemistry at the University of Central Oklahoma. I grew up on the south side of Oklahoma City. I went to Westmore High School. After high school, I ended up joining the Marine Corps, spent 4 years there. When I got out, I came here to Central, and then after 3 years here doing undergraduate work, I actually went off to graduate school at the University of Southern California. I think my time at UCO actually prepared me well for entering graduate school and doing research. It has been fun to come back here at UCO now and be able to give back.
Just take a small sample up.
The small student to professor ratio allows us to have laboratory sections of 16 to 1, where once again you're being taught by the professor and not just the TA. I actually enjoy a lot of times the lab courses or even just one-on-one research with a student.
Go ahead and get it up in there too.
Especially the laboratory courses where we actually get to get in and actually make molecules and do things, and they get to actually set up apparatus and actually carry out reactions. We have one of the best, I think, laboratories in the States for an undergraduate school. Organic chemistry is one of the greatest science courses because I can explain to you why things happen the way they do. I have mechanisms, I have rationalizations for everything. I love it when a student who previously couldn't understand something, when you can explain it to them and it clicks with them now.
At Central, I believe that the undergraduate research programs that they have is another unique factor that they have because it allows you to get a strong foundation. My research was analyzing peppers, and when trying to analyze what makes it hot, we're trying to determine how much spiciness was in different pepper samples, and it was really hands-on. I cried a couple of times because when you open up your sample files, you don't expect to be attacked by pepper vapors because that's what it was. It's almost like pepper spray, getting pepper sprayed. It was fun research. I learned something, but it was the most fun I've had the entire semester. Another aspect of UCO that I love is the diversity, and I believe our research programs highlight that. It's so diverse. I'm doing food, somebody's doing health stuff, and it's all exciting, but it's all chemistry. It's final presentation day. Elizabeth, one of my friends, she's going up first, and she has everything together. She doesn't look nervous at all, and she went through it brilliantly. And then it's my turn, and I walk up there, and as I'm walking, I'm trying to remember to breathe and just to pace myself.
Morning, everybody. My name is Chi Kanyumbu.
Because I have a tendency to rush through things when I'm really nervous. 20 minutes later, I'm wrapping up, and I can see the finish line, and I really just want to scream. This is the final presentation. I'm done. This is it. No more chemistry presentations, and I'm ready to graduate. I have my diploma now. I'm getting to graduate and walk through and say, I did it. I am so proud to be a graduate of the Department of Math and Science at University of Central Oklahoma.
Mom, you're not allowed to cry. Oh, I'm not going to cry.
Now I feel like I'm ready to step off. My chemistry degree can lead me to different directions as well. I could be another Professor Myers that goes back, gets my PhD and goes back to UCO. I really could see myself going back there to teach. It's my way of giving back to UCO.
Mathematics built computers in a sense, and to know the full story of the computer, one needs to know about the mathematics.
If we have places we're keeping track of.
You're forced to look at symbols and equations and learn the rationing skills to look at things and see them for what they are. I'm Preston Cofield, and I'm a math major at the University of Central Oklahoma. The math department at UCO is one of the best programs in the state because it brings a dynamic faculty of mathematicians all together. The CPU submits subfile. The College of Math and Science has really challenging professors. They dig for the greater potential of the student. Here, especially in the math department at Central, professors look for students to do research with.
We are working on a building mathematical models for mutation processes involved in what are called triplet repeat diseases. We work specifically right now on Huntington's disease and Friedreich ataxia. What we were hoping to do is understand how that mutation is able to continue going on in the cells. This is a very interdisciplinary area, so we apply several different kinds of mathematics. We use statistics, we use differential equations, we use linear algebra or matrix algebra.
It's wonderful because I get to learn how to actually firsthand deal with the mathematics and solve problems. Math is not just a bunch of writing on the chalkboard, it's creativity, it's life.
So if I take a tangle like this, and if I tie a knot in it...
UCO has been a great experience because we've been able to have many prominent mathematicians come by and visit us. We even had, for one time, a Pixar man came by to share his experience about working at Pixar.
When we're hiring into Pixar, we look for people that are flexible, that can solve problems, that can think creatively. And mathematics is a great training ground to learn all those skills.
It's quite helpful in getting a math degree to know beforehand that mathematicians are hired for many different things. They work in many different companies. They work in different fields like mathematics, statistics, actuarial sciences. Mathematicians are nearly everywhere.
I'm an actuarial analyst at American Fidelity Assurance Company, and that means that I analyze the risk associated with the insurance products we sell. It's such a valuable degree because there's such a demand today, especially in today's market, for someone that can analyze risk and help the company stay ahead of the curve. My name is Lauren Spellman, and I graduated in 2004 with a degree in actuarial science from the University of Central Oklahoma. UCO is one of the few campuses that has the actuarial science program. It's the only campus in the state that actually has it. I had so much fun on campus, and the teachers are great. We still stay in touch with our professors, and a lot of my colleagues are also UCO graduates. All of us were able to get jobs, and right after we graduated, be able to go right into the workforce and internships. It's such a valuable degree to have, and it will take you far in your career.
Computers have always been with me. As far as I can remember, they always have their presence in my life. And I just wanted to know how they work, what makes them tick. I'm Preston Cofield. I'm a student at the University of Central Oklahoma, and I'm in the College of Math and Science.
For the presentation that we're going to have to do this Thursday?
I'm majoring in computer science and mathematics, and I'm also earning an associate's in Japanese.
Ego mimasu ka?
The normal look of the computer science student is just being stuck with textbooks. We're not all about just learning, reading, and typing. We're about talking, communicating, learning from one another how to learn, as well as teaching how one learns. So we do more than just program machines. In the computer science department at UCO, we do a lot of different courses such as robotics. We had an opportunity to also work with the physics department in their clubs and making robots that can play soccer. So it's fun to watch, and we get to intermingle with other disciplines as well as learn web server programming.
Username, right?
Yeah. Web server programming here at UCO, we are building an online store similar to Amazon.com. Within that project, we have to work together as a team, which at times is an interesting thing because we do work individually as computer scientists, and then when we come together, we like to do our own particular way, but we learn that we have to work together and come to a consensus about how a project should go.
Through the building, you'll get to the middle of it?
We are working on our online store. You can go in, buy a book, you can see a picture of the book, you can receive an invoice to your email. Our store does it all. The skills that we learned within our team-based project in the computer science department are leadership skills, speaking skills, presentation skills, as well as just regular meeting skills, how to conduct a meeting effectively so that we can get our project done. I've enjoyed the campus here at UCO very much. It allows for me to meet a lot of international students. I believe we have over 100 countries represented here at UCO.
I'm an international student at UCO. When I came to UCO, I saw UCO is a really good place, and the people are so friendly and kind, and I really love here, the UCO. My name is Asami Sakuma. I'm from Japan. When I was 12 years old, my father bought the computer. First time I used it, I was so surprised and I wonder how does it work. I always want to go to the college because I want to learn about the computer. I want to make some software or some creative things by my hands, yeah, and using by my knowledge. Yeah, after the graduation, I want to be a system engineer or programmer. The team project is really important, so we need to learn how to program and also we need to communicate to each other, so that is really important.
That's a very unique part of the computer science program here at UCO, is that they combine both computer theory and real job skills. After my education, become a programmer and doing web-based software. And then maybe after a couple years, try teaching. I would like to teach because I would like to help other individuals learn to look at the world in a different light and to open their mind to the possibilities of making things better.
The University of Central Oklahoma is top-notch, above all, in funeral service. We're the only one in Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, as the #1 funeral service accredited program. My name is Michael Long. I'm a transfer student. I'm a junior here at the University of Central Oklahoma, majoring in funeral service.
I want you guys to get together in groups.
The professors, they know you by first name and you know them, and the class sizes are smaller, and you can just get at an intimate level with them, so they understand you, you understand them, they understand your study habits, you understand their teaching methods, and then you just have this relationship with professor and student.
Here's some information for you guys.
We have the professors here, such as Dr. Nye, who teaches psychology of grief, to come in and help you understand grief and help you know how to deal with it. She's teaching us that grief is a process and everyone goes through it differently. It touched me to want to help families and understand the grief process, and then I felt like it was a calling for me to do it. The Funeral Service Department at the University of Central Oklahoma is not just textbook. It's not just come in here and take a test, but it's more, they focus more on the hands-on aspect, the interaction with you and the family, the interaction with you and the decedent. They help you understand what it's like to be in those shoes as the funeral director or as the embalmer.
The funeral home was started in 1959 by Dr. Yonda and Helen Yonda, which are my husband's parents. My husband began working with his father, and then in 1995, my husband and I bought the funeral home from his father. We thought we would run it till we were very old, and then in 2003, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. In 2005, he passed away, so then it was left to me to run the funeral home. I'm Donna Yonda, and I'm the owner of Yonda & Son Funeral Home in Yukon, Oklahoma. I am also a student at the University of Central Oklahoma, majoring in funeral service. I went back to college because I felt like the education and the degree and the license would be valuable to me. It certainly lended me the tools that I need to further my business.
Getting its blood supply from these vessels here.
The Funeral Service Department is part of the College of Math and Science at the University of Central Oklahoma, and I think it is an outstanding college to be under because you are dealing with a lot of the sciences. They're very interested in the students and wanting them to perform well and to excel.
But first off, we're going to talk about contracts.
Well, I really enjoyed the law classes. It was just very interesting, you know, to learn. Even though I know a lot about the law of funeral service, there's so much more to it that you maybe never have to deal with, which you hope you don't. You do have labs with some of your classes, and restorative art class was one of the most interesting. Restorative art is a lecture class as well as a lab, and you learn to apply makeup, restore the facial features, replace hair. There's lots of details that you learn in the lab itself.
I'm actually doing President Obama. He has a lot of pictures in the media. You can find a lot of great shots, so I just took on the challenge, and here I am. Central is helping me in my path of what I want to do in the long run. It's getting me prepared and getting me ready for the real world. They're just sharing their experiences with us and what to do and what not to do, and to better our craft and to better us as the young generation comes up.
When I was little, my great-grandma, I always used to listen to her stories about being a nurse, and she was my favorite person in the whole world back when I was little. You know, I just really looked up to her. She would make me little outfits, a nursing outfit, and she would, you know, show me pictures of her as a nurse. My name is Megan Maynter, and I'm a nursing major here at the University of Central Oklahoma.
How many times does X?
The majority of the classes that I'm taking have been in the College of Math and Science here at Central. Math was not one of my best subjects in high school, so when I came to UCO, now that I've taken the math classes, I feel prepared. The professors have really prepared me. There are a lot of calculations that you need to do in nursing, and especially, you know, when you're dealing with patients, just like one small amount of difference can make a big difference in the patient. So it has to be very exact and, you know, very precise, and in order to do that, you have to, you know, have good math skills. Nursing is the whole, you know, I see it as like the backbone of the medical practice. They're the caretakers. They do the most hands-on with the patient. They get to know the patient. They have such a good relationship with the patient. Well, there were several reasons why I wanted to go to the University of Central Oklahoma. One was it was very close to home, and I've heard good things about it, you know, from everyone that I've talked to. Both my parents went here. They really encouraged me to come here. They said it's a great college, you know, we really enjoyed our experiences, and we know that you'll enjoy yours too. Well, Color Guard has been a really big part of my life. The University of Central Oklahoma actually sponsored one of the only independent winter guards. Central has been so amazing about giving us, you know, scholarships and money and everything, and just sponsoring us, you know, and giving us the opportunity to do something that we would never have been able to do before. The University of Central Oklahoma has an acceptance process to get into the nursing program, and since it's such a good nursing program, it is highly competitive, and I had to fill out an application. This year there were only 60 slots and about 190-something people applied, so I was really nervous about getting in. I definitely feel like this is the beginning of the journey to my dream of becoming a nurse.
As nurses, we do. I went into nursing school with a 4.0 GPA, so I worked hard to get here, and I didn't skip classes. I felt the need to really work hard and to put forth that effort, because I knew that it was going to take everything I had to get into this program, because there aren't very many slots and not that many people get in, and a lot of people apply. I'm Rachel Basinger, and I'm a senior at the University of Central Oklahoma. I'm majoring in nursing, which is part of the College of Mathematics and Science at Central. I got interested in the medical career field because my dad was an EMT and a firefighter. I really loved seeing that he made a difference in everyone's lives, and I wanted that chance too. Central's nursing program is outstanding because of the faculty and because of the students. The faculty is willing to work with you on anything, and being in athletics, that was a huge help because they did not have to help me, you know, fit in all of my projects and stuff, but they definitely been there for me all the way through. I am on scholarship for Central Oklahoma's women's rowing program. Long strokes. I am co-captain of the team. Rowing's very demanding. Balancing it with nursing has been hard, but nursing's taught me some time management skills, which have been really effective in dealing with homework and rowing and nursing.
What kind of formula?
I love pediatrics and I love critical care, so having a program where we have been able to have simulated people or simulated labs has been awesome. Not many schools have the capability to provide things like the simulated people. They're very expensive. Our teachers have definitely advocated for really good clinical experiences so we can get that hands-on, but we also have really good class time and lectures. So it's been a good balance. I think that it's huge that we put such an emphasis on math and science here at the University of Central Oklahoma, because it's definitely a growing, you know, profession and a growing college here.
Rachel Nicole Basinger.
I'm the first in my immediate family to finish college and earn a college degree. I do believe that my degree from the College of Mathematics and Science, specifically in nursing, is very valuable because I'm going to go out and I've been prepared by Central to make a difference in someone's life, and if I make a difference in even one person's life, that's big enough for me.
I think that UCO, especially in the engineering physics department, has a pretty diverse program, a lot of different cultures coming together, but we definitely are a good sample of the diversity at Central Oklahoma. My name is Clint Quisenberry, and I'm from the Metro, Central Oklahoma, and my major is biomedical engineering. The Department of Engineering and Physics at Central is really fun. There's a lot of hands-on activities you can get into. There's a lot of different equipment and instrumentation that you can get into in both electrical and biomedical.
Out of all the universities that are in the region, UCO is the only one that offers the biomedical engineering degree. My name is Igor Ilik, and I'm from Macedonia. I'm an international student here in UCO. I want to go to medical school and I want to be a doctor, probably a radiologist. Biomedical engineering is definitely very well-rounded. We pretty much take subjects in every sector of the math and science college.
In our engineering physics senior design class, we were presented with the task of producing a medical device that would give medication delivery to a patient based off of vital signs.
We began the design process by trying to focus on previous medical devices, tearing apart IV pumps, seeing how they worked, seeing some of the things that we could use, ideas that we needed to change. We just took it step by step, learning everything we could about ICU. My name is Chris Morgan. I'm an engineering physics electrical systems major, part of the engineering and physics department. I wanted something that allowed for more creativity, more hands-on work. The College of Math and Science is about innovation, creativity, mostly problem solving. That's one of the greatest things when you're given a problem that nobody else seems to know how to answer, and then you come up with the answer. It's a great feeling.
I am the only girl in the senior design group. It wasn't difficult for me. My name is Hediye Shoberi. I am from Iran. My major is biomedical engineering. It's a combination between the medical field and engineering field. And I was really interested between these two majors together.
This is what we use to test our pumps.
We had 25 weeks to do this project. Yeah, humor is a big part of everyday life, I think, especially whenever you're cramped up in a basement, really small space with 4 people. So I think the two main components for survival are humor and headphones. So Igor was the brains behind the actual structural base of our pump, so he did all of the design work. My role towards the end was all electrical, and Chris was working on the algorithm aspect, so the software aspect. And Hediye was working on not only all of the 4 things that I just mentioned, but also trying to put together the business plan needed to patent everything that we're working on right now. At the University of Central Oklahoma, you have the opportunity to interact with professors and other faculty members through undergraduate research.
You guys look so sharp, so good, so intelligent.
Undergraduate research, I think, is, the echelon, the top, the pinnacle of what you can achieve as an undergraduate.
It's really interesting to get to say that we actually invented something that, we're still in college and there's a possibility of having a patent idea that has all of our names on it. It's a sense of achievement whenever you have an idea and you design it and then you get to build it and it actually works. Working together as a team, all of us have our different aspects in different areas of study, but it's nice that since we've worked as a team, we're all friends. We'll probably continue being friends even after we graduate. Everyone's going to go their different directions and find their different careers. It's been a great experience here at UCO.